it's just a bunch of little tiny things like to build up, and I'm like, I don't want to play that game anymore. Like Ghost of Tsushima, I got through Act One, and then Act Two started, and I'm like, man, it just feels more of the same for some reason. And it kind of sucks because a lot of people are giving the game a lot of praise, and then I jump on, I'm like, how am I not seeing the appeal like everyone else?
Oh yeah, that definitely I mean, that happens to people for Souls games too. For example, obviously Elden Ring has
Mm-hmm.
been critically acclaimed and sold very well. Everybody was loving it for a long time, and then you get some people that either never had played a Souls game before, or maybe they're just looking for something new to play, and they're like, man, all these 10 out of 10s, I gotta play this game.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't click with them. It's not for
Mm-hmm.
them. They didn't, maybe they don't like the stamina management of Souls games, or they don't like when you die you lose your souls and you have to go find them again. Like, there's a lot of mechanics that are, you know we'll say, pretty niche and Souls games that a lot of just regular players that don't know anything about them
Mm-hmm.
probably won't like.
Yeah, and I've tried converting people over to Dark Souls. Like, I have a friend of mine, and I think my biggest mistake was just holding his hand through the game. We first played Demon
Uh,
Souls for PS3 back when it had online servers, and I was like, oh man, I mean, I've always wanted to play this game with him, and I was really excited about it. And what was so frustrating was every time I would jump on to the game to play with him and help him out. He would say, "Oh, where are we again?" I'm like, "Oh, we're at the Bolterian Palace, Archstone 3." And he's like, "Where is that?" And I'm like, well, it's so and so checkpoint." He's like, "Man, I don't remember this level design at all." I'm like, "Really? We were going through this level like for an hour or two. You don't remember anything about it?" He's like, "Nah, I just don't like the level design." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is like superb level design. How in the world are you forgetting how this level design works? And how do you not like it?" It was just blowing my mind, just how he's like,
uh,
"Oh yeah, this I don't really care for this," and then he'll just turn around and like games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Ghost of Tsushima, where the level design is just really bland to me.
yeah, it's always tough whenever, you love something so much and you're like, how can you not see what I love about this game?
I know,
Or how can you not love this as much as I do?
man,
I get it.
but it's just something I mean, you just got to focus on what you enjoy, and sometimes it's just not even worth trying to get someone to enjoy. You just kind of got to let them figure it out, and maybe they'll eventually love it, maybe they won't, and that's kind of what my that situation is with me and my friend. We're just kind of our taste in video games have seemed to spread out, and we just don't play anything anymore. Like we used to play stuff like Minecraft, Seven Days to Die. Just I think that's kind of where our gaming priorities meet. Is just kind of crafting open world games, I guess. But anything
All
other
right.
than that, we really just don't enjoy anything because we tried playing Overcooked together and we played Overcooked for hours when we first discovered it because at first we were just playing it just to joke around, be like, oh, this little baby game, we'll just play it and just have fun with it and make fun of it and everything. And I ended up loving it to death and became one of my favorite games of all time. And he kind of went a different direction. He just told me it was too stressful and he just he went to go play something else while I played the rest of it.
Yeah, that happens too. And it's fine because,
Yeah.
like, if you think about it, that's why there's so many different types of games, and there's so many different gamers out there, is because we all have different tastes, and we all you know have that one thing that we could just literally sit there and play for hours on end, and then somebody else looks at us and is like, why have you been playing this game for 500 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Man,
how can you play Tetris for 600 hours? That's impossible.
can you
It's
guess how
like,
many?
no, it's not.
Can you guess how many hours I have in Bloodborne?
Shoot. We'll be conservative. I'll give you like 1,000.
3,000.
3,000. Holy smokes.
It doesn't even feel like that much because it feels like I don't know as much about Bloodborne like I do in Dark Souls. But of course, I mean, it doesn't tally the hours I have from the PS3. But man, I'm like, Bloodborne, really? 3,000 hours?
That is nuts. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I had to.
Yeah, no, well, you know what? I guess I definitely understand because I have 3,000 hours in Monster Hunter World.
Nice.
But
Wow.
by contrast, Monster Hunter Rise, I only have 300 hours, which is kind of nuts because Monster Hunter Rise, I mean, I'm playing it on the Switch. It's portable. I can take it with me anywhere. I can play it anytime. It's just they went in a direction that I'm not really like, I don't know. It's just the game is not really appealing to me
Hmm.
anymore because of the decisions that they're making. They're casualizing the game in a way that I don't agree with,
Okay.
you know? And it's like for me it's fine. Like I like, being able to get new people to play something and get into something and making something a little you know, easier for people to get into. I like that idea, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but not at the expense of your core players, the people that have been playing your game for years. You don't, you don't neglect them just because you're trying to get some new players into the game.
Yeah.
It's like, eh, I don't know. Again, I'm not a game developer or a publisher, so I can't really tell you. But Monster Hunter Rise has been selling really well for them. So whatever
Mm.
changes they made clearly is clicking with a lot of new people. And, people like me that have been around basically since nobody knew what Monster Hunter was. We just have
Right.
to either go along for the ride or stop playing.